Welcome everyone to Dad's on Wrestling here on the Jeff Meacham YouTube channel. I am, of course, Jeff Meacham.
I am the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams.
And it is dinner time. After a not late game, but it was late as far as we couldn't eat dinner on time.
Yeah.
Yes, we're still taping in May. Yes, we're riding ourselves. I really don't care. But I am proud because I have a courtesy of the Renegade himself. His leftover has been bequeathed to me. I have a shirt to wear for the NWO 20th anniversary party that I am hosting at a venue to be determined. Still working on a venue, but I have a shirt to wear now. I'm so tickled. Thank you, sir. And as we look back on the NWO, which is this week as we're taping this, it's the anniversary, 18 years this week. We're also looking back at a topic given to us by @MikeX270 on Twitter, and the question reads:
if you could only watch 5 matches for the rest of your life, what would they be?
Now, was it and why, or just what would they be?
Just what would they be?
Okay, because I have
I completely copied the text.
Okay, so. All right, okay. Well, I will go ahead and go first. That way you can finish your corn and your taters there.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
They call me tater salad.
Cheesy corn and taters to boot. Because this fool had cheese at TV dinner because he's got the cheese in the kitchen and it's awesome stuff. I already used up all mine. And I had lasagna tonight. It was good. Anyway, mine are in no particular order. I'm pulling the Jade route. However, I am going in reverse order of when they occurred because I feel that the more recent ones build up to the last one on my list.
Okay.
Of course, the first one is a doozy. It's from May of 2005. Jason takes PWG at the Hollywood Los Feliz Jewish Community Center, or whatever you want to call it now. I've checked in there like 100 times on my tagging on my photos in my photo album. AJ Styles, the PWG champion, versus the TNA X Division champion, Christopher Daniels, in a 60-minute Iron Man match. No falls. I don't know if there's no falls.
It wasn't an Iron Man match. It was title for title.
That's right. It ended up going 60
and went
to a draw.
60 minutes to a time limit draw.
That's what it was. Thank you. Yeah, 60 minutes.
It was around the time they were getting ready for their Iron Man match in TNA, so they were doing this
around
to kind of get some conditioning for it.
And Lord, did they. These two guys, the fact that TNA has let both of them and Kazarian go is bullshit.
BEW shit.
Matter of fact, both TNA-related matches I have on this list, all but one of the participants is now gone from TNA after the last 10 years. And a lot of the guys in those two matches were the foundation of TNA.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the one that is still in there is Samoa Joe.
No, because Joe wasn't in my match. Joe was in one of my matches.
Okay.
No,
it was just a guess. I figured maybe the Ultimate X.
Nope.
Daniels, AJ, and Joe was in there.
No. You already know what the other TNA-related match is because we talked about it earlier.
This is true.
Yeah. Number 4, if you want to call it number 4. Again, no particular order, but Turning Point 2004, 6 sides of steel, losing team must disband for a brief period of time, as it turned out, because they're back together before too long. America's Most Wanted, the Cowboy James Storm and Wildcat Chris Harris, James Storm being the one guy still with TNA, against Volunteer Christopher Daniels and Elix Skipper, primarily Elix Skipper, Triple X. The first 3 I'm going to name off are on my list because A, I was there for them, and B, because they're just that goddamn good. AJ Daniels was phenomenal. You and I were both there for that. We have it on DVD here at the Casa. We break it out every now and again, just, maybe on Friday the 13th. Because, it's J6 PWG. It was Friday, May 13th. That's what it was. Friday, May 13th, 2005.
It was the debut of Christopher Daniels versus Chris Hardy, too.
That's right. And Chris, if you're out there and you're watching, because we know you have nothing better to do, you are forever on our minds when we watch that.
Unless it's Tuesday, because then it's got to be new release Tuesday, and they watch those movies that he buys.
That's true.
Every week at Best Buy.
Every week, without fail. That's right. But AMW and Triple X, I will forever remember that for, of course, the big high spot from Skipper doing the Frankensteiner off the top of the cage, and for sitting in the way boonies of the early days of the Impact Zone and having SoCal Valerie grip onto my arm when her buddy Elix Skipper did that move, and we just held our collective breath like, oh my god, is he gonna fucking die? To this day, I watch that match and just go, god damn. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane that it happened, but it happened. Absolutely nuts.
Indeed.
Number 3, April 2000, WrestleMania 2000. The Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim. Again, I was there for this. The Triangle Ladder Match. Edge and Christian and the Hardys challenging the Dudley Boys for the World Tag Team Championship.
Okay.
Now, again, I was there for that. I was there for the big Jeff Hardy high spot off the top ladder that he almost broke his ass. Unlike X-Pac, who actually did break his ass. X-Pac, NWO. Love you, buddy. Just saying. For life. And Sean, you know I love Sean for life, for sure. But yeah, anyway.
Apologize if you heard the door in the background. Stat Boy is home from work. What is up, Stat Boy?
Hello, my internet fan.
There we go. Stat Boy's on the channel. There we go. But again, this match just... I've never been a fan of triple threat matches, as a rule, or fatal four-ways or anything like that. And this WrestleMania was loaded with everything but a singles match one-on-one. Let's be real. But this match stood out leaps and bounds as the premier in tag team wrestling for a number of years. It was the first of 3 big-time ladder matches amongst these 3 teams over the course of the next 12 months.
Yeah. I have a variation of this match on my list.
Yes, you do.
We'll get to when we get there.
Yes. Number 2, War Games, 1996. The NWO versus WCW. Hogan, Hall, Mash, and Sting versus Arn Anderson, Ric Flair, Lex Luger, and Sting. Those of you that remember that this was...
versus the 4 horsemen, because all 4 of them were horsemen at some point.
That's right. And even in the pre-match interview, when it was down to Luger and the Horsemen, Flair said, "You were there once. You were a Horseman. You know what it takes. Because we're without Sting. Sting abandoned us, or so they thought." This was at the height of the NWO storyline. This is the beginning of the Sting Crow storyline. Retreating to the rafters after this match and cutting the promo the next night on Nitro, telling everybody to stick it. Just drama, as Dusty Rhodes would say. Just drama in its purest form.
Drama, baby, if you will.
Yes, in its purest form. Just it built and it built and it built, and then Sting came in and it climaxed like an orgy, and then...
And they're spent.
And they're spent, because once Sting left, you could hear the arena deflate, like, he left. Shit, what are we going to do? And the NWO came out victory, which means they could call any title shot at any time that they wanted. And then given the demands of WCW paying for the paid announcements, it was just a landmark moment for the NWO. And being an NWO mark like I am, it was great. Number 1 on my list, yeah, you couldn't tell with the shirt, which I'm going to wear as often as possible just to piss you people off if you like NWO. Number 1, May of '89, Wrestle War. NWA World Champion Ricky Steamboat versus Nature Boy Ric Flair. And you could pick any of the 3 matches from that series, let's be honest. But this match is the one that stands out in most people's minds because it was the end of the series and Flair wrestled a true, legitimate, clean match with Steamboat and came out as the, I want to say 6-time by then, world champion.
Okay.
Those 5, if I had to watch 5 matches for the rest of my life, I could watch those 5 matches for their own special reasons and never be worried about watching any wrestling again.
Okay.
There you go.
I have been out of practice with TNA for so long that I didn't even think of TNA matches.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I would probably put the cage match, 6 Sides of Steel, as an honorable mention on my list.
I would also put an honorable mention on my list, Joe versus AJ versus Daniels at Unbreakable. Because that match is just fucking ridiculous.
But, and WCW, there's not too many WCW matches that stick out in my head, unfortunately.
Okay. It happens.
You know, everyone knows that I haven't been a fan as long as you have. And despite my vast collection and research, pretty much everything that jumped to mind was WWE when I started this list.
Right.
Number 5, arguably the greatest curtain jerk match in WrestleMania history, WrestleMania 10, Brett versus Owen.
Okay, makes sense.
No special reason needed to be given. You know, it was Owen breaking out of Brett's shadow, if only for a small point.
Yes.
Number 4, No Mercy 99.
Ah.
Terry Invitational ladder match. The new Brood, Matt and Jeff Hardy versus Edge and Christian.
There you go.
That's the one that started it all.
Right.
Before we got to Triangle Ladders and TLC, there was No Mercy 99. That was the blueprint of everything that came after as far as those teams and the Dudleys were concerned. Number 3, WrestleMania 3, Steamboat Savage.
I only didn't have that one because Flair and Steamboat have both mentioned on one occasion that their match, Flair and Steamboat, was called on the fly and just done in the ring like it's supposed to be. Whereas Steamboat and Savage practiced over and over and over and over again because that's the way Randy liked to do things. Yes, Statboy.
Did you say May 7th, 89 Wrestle War, Ric Flair 6 title?
Yeah.
Statboy approved. Very good, correct.
Very good. There we go. See, I know what's up. Thank you, sir.
Number 2, Backlash 2004, Orton versus Foley.
Now, did they call him Mick Foley or Cactus Jack in that match?
I don't remember. He came out dressed as Cactus, but I think they were just calling him Mick Foley.
I think they even gave him Mick Foley music. They didn't give him Cactus music.
Yeah.
Question?
Sir.
What's the answer? What's the question?
Oh, the question is, was Mick Foley billed as Mick Foley or Cactus Jack at Backlash 04 against Orton?
Jinx.
I finished my sentence.
We both did.
Yeah, but I said more after, so.
Okay, whatever.
Before you jinxed me, so.
We've said numerous times when we've talked about this match, this was Orton's coming out party.
Yeah, and this was the match that anybody that was anti-Orton for any reason, he was billed as Cactus. Okay, well, there you go. Even anti-Orton, including your dad.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Thank you for taking my thunder on that.
There you go.
This is the match where my dad called me at work because I was working and couldn't watch the show and said that he had to give that little shit Randy Orton credit as much as he despised him because he earned his stripes that night.
Yeah. If for no other reason, the RKO countered into the backs to tax. Like, God damn, that was just unnecessary. But it made him. The whole match made him.
And number 1, Money in the Bank, Punk Cena.
There you go. Yes, they won today. Yes.
Yes, they won 4 months ago.
Yeah, I know. By the time this goes out 4 months ago, the Kings are the champions. Whatever. It's all good. Yeah.
Don't jinx it.
I know.
So, yeah. Punk Cena, Money in the Bank. I mean, we were there when the spark of that fire got lit.
Yep. Yeah, by the way, I'm going to out this right now. I'll go ahead. Go ahead.
You know, the build-up to the match was phenomenal. The match itself was phenomenal. Vince trying to screw Punk in Chicago, a la Brett, and Cena cold-cocking Johnny Ace.
That's the best part of the match for me, personally.
You know, it's not going to go down like that.
No.
And then Punk wins.
Oh,
in modern wrestling history, there has not been a better story written leading into a match, with the exception of WrestleMania this year.
With Bryan, right. But CM Punk's ascension and victory was beautiful. To this day, it's still beautiful. It was actually Mike X270 that mentioned the pipe bomb in the tweet to us earlier. That this is sent to us today, which is May 21st. He had said the topic, how about the top 5 best personal live experiences? Jeff, I know you saw the pipe bomb, #jealous. This guy was right next to me.
And Lady Killer was on the other side of him.
Yes. The only person that was in the group that wasn't there was poor Statboy because he didn't get a ticket in time. So,
because he was waiting to find out from Disney if he was going to get the time cleared.
Exactly, yeah. So he got screwed.
When was this?
Vegas.
For the Vegas pipe bomb.
You weren't in the building, but you were in town.
Yeah. I watched it.
You watched it from the hotel room.
From the sports bar.
Yeah. The sports bar down the street.
The sports book.
The sports book.
No, I was in the hotel room.
Oh, whatever.
That's right. He met us at the sports book after.
Yeah, I met McGillicuddy and Atunga at Hooters.
That's right. We went to Hooters and drank, and then we drank some more. I drank some more.
You drank some more.
I drank a lot more.
We got drunk, Jeff.
We got drunk Jeff for that show. We should bring drunk Jeff back one of these dads. Anyway,
I'm telling you, we need to do a you and Pinky, drunk Jeff and stoned Pinky. Seriously.
We would take an hour. We'd go through every piece of footage on this camera.
Dude.
I know.
What's up, dude?
Exactly. Be like, never in the history. I can't say the rest on TV.
So,
anyway,
those are my 5 that I could watch over and over again.
And at MikeX270, your topic about the best personal experiences will be addressed in this week's tapings, because, damn it, that's a good topic.
Yeah, we don't know when that one will go up in sequence, but
it'll be addressed when we tape this week. That's a great list right there. All right, so there's our top 5 matches we can watch and never get, and never have to worry about anything else, What do you guys think? What would be your top 5 that you could watch every day and never get bored? Your top 5.
The proverbial, if you were stuck on a desert island with only 5 matches on a DVD to watch, what would they be?
Yeah. Make sure you burn that shit forever. Like, once you're stuck, you're stuck. Horrible DVD player. All right, that's it for Dads on Wrestling for this particular week. Whatever week this goes up, probably in like June 2015.
This is going to be going into the NWO party 2 years from now. Because we can't that much stuff.
Woo! We've canned so much shit.
Live. I'm the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams.
I am Jeff Meacham.
And until next time, this is just too sweet.